From my side, Kiran, like I have to do that email part.
Okay.
Other than that, means major things are done, and some more polish is required. So I will sit for that and I'll do it. And I
Yeah,
have,
Okay.
yeah,
yeah,
Riju.
yeah, same actually. I had to, yeah, there was some issue with my laptop, right? So though I got the previous project back, which I had created, some polishing is required, and one small flow is pending. That will be completed soon. Other than that, I mean, yeah, most of the work is done. Yeah.
Okay. Understood.
And for exception handling also, like what you suggested, right? Rather than creating exception handling for smaller chunks in the subflow, so even I am removing it from there and adding it in the main flow like that.
And Kiran, like what
Mm-hmm.
means I can ask for it, like what extra layer of exception handling for project wise,
Mm-hmm.
if you can say or if you can guide us, then that would be good.
Okay. Sure. Sure. I think we should start now.
And Kiran, did you check that screenshot I have shared
Oh,
you?
yeah, I didn't got a chance actually. Uh, but I'll check on it. Okay. I
Yeah.
was actually facing issue. I tried with the Graph APIs actually yesterday whole day, like almost 1.5 day I spent on. Actually, there is a issue with Graph API now. Okay. Uh, which requires a special kind of access. So I got one more API, okay, which I'm going to show you today,
Okay.
which is free of cost. You also can try that. Okay. So
Okay.
just give me 2 minutes.
So Kiran, this HTTP like API, this one you're using in cloud, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So can we use it in desktop as well?
Yeah,
Or
yeah, both I'm going to show you. Same API, how to run it from desktop and cloud, I'm going to show you. Okay. So this is a cloud one. Okay. I got this free API. I'll just share you in the chat group also. This will work for you guys also. Okay.
sure.
I'll just share maybe in the WhatsApp this thing. Okay, you can try this. So simple, I did a manual trigger to this. Okay, and let me just cancel this for now. I'll just show you when I search for HTTP. Okay, here I get these many options. Okay, so and for generalized APIs, we will use HTTP normal connections. Okay, whenever there is a so there are certain types of APIs which some consist of webhooks. Webhooks usually used for triggering of the flow through API. Okay. At that point of time, we use this. And there is some, I don't know about this much because I haven't used this. So there is something called as Swagger. Okay. Which is again some technology. Okay. Related to API. Okay.
Mhm.
I don't have much information on this. Okay. So the 99% of the major junk, what we use is this HTTP connection, a normal HTTP connection to fetch or do the things. Okay. And the same thing I have used here. Okay. Let me just show you that.
Kiran,
So
I just missed it. What HTTP webhook is for?
webhook is for usually that is used for triggering the flow through API.
Okay, okay, okay.
Okay. Like I have used that only once in one of my project. Okay. Which in which like I was basically doing. So I think I can show you that also. I don't have anything to trigger that, but basically whenever there is a API call based trigger has to happen to a flow.
Okay,
Okay, that time that is used.
okay.
Okay, normal HTTP can be used for anything. So whatever will work. So you guys might have used the Postman services, right? So how Postman works is you will put the endpoints, you will run the code there, right? Commands there, okay, and it will work. Similarly, whatever you will put it there, you have to put it here. Okay, so it will ask for a URL first of all, then the method will have all type of methods here. Okay, for this particular endpoint, we can use get command to get the information of this. Okay, this command doesn't require any kind of authentication, so that's a free command. That's why if there are any kind of authentication required to run this, if we click on show all, we will see a authentication type here. Okay, so it supports basic client certificate, Active Directory OAuth, raw and managed identity. Okay, majorly what I have used is basic and OAuth, which is and in one of the client I have used client certificate. Again, that changes based on the requirement and the use case. Okay, currently I am setting it to none because this API doesn't require anything. Okay, and okay, let me run this. And I have just given the body output of this to Compose to see what is coming in the body. Okay. Now let me just test it. Run flow. So we can see this has ran correctly. Okay. So, and we might have got the status code. You know about status codes, right? On this. So 200 is the only code which is for successful. Okay. 200 code we have got. So that is a successful code. And we have received this much information from it. So name of, so this API is basically for some kind of a services in which we have requested the name of the person. I think something like that is there. It's a free. I don't know much about this API. Okay. And if you want to change, so this API works on this input. Okay. So it is for one. So if I change this to two, okay, we'll get a different output. So it will run. And now we might have got, see, the name has changed. One has a different and two has a different name. Okay, and then this values can be used. So currently, the output of this, okay, let me show you the output. You can see we are getting the output as in body here. See, it's a JSON format. Okay, so whenever you want to use this information in the next basically in the next flow or wherever you want to use it, okay, you can use it like the way I have used this complete output in my compose. Like you will get a separate values like this. You have to do a parsing here.
And like what you have done in Compose means like you extracted those fields.
Nothing. I'll show you. I have just I'll remove this input now in the so compose is empty now. What I did is I just took a body variable. That's it from the HTTP. That's it. Nothing else.
So here, I mean, in HTTP, can you show me the outputs, like what outputs we are getting?
Yeah.
Um,
Let me
yeah,
show you. Once I test it
sure.
again,
Yeah.
okay, it will work. So if I go to HTTP and
Hmm.
if I see the output, okay, see raw outputs. I have got this output now
Hmm. Hmm.
from this,
Hmm.
which is these are the headers of it. Okay, status
Yes.
code is 200, that is successful.
Hmm.
These are the headers, and this is the body. And the
O-
same body variable, I have passed it in the compose.
Okay. And when you passed it to the compose, how the output like will be there like a data table or like some table came, right, which you had shown.
Compose. It will
Out
be a JSON again.
JSON, right? Yeah, that is what I was thinking, like why it's coming in a tabular form. Okay.
No, it will just show, represent it like that, but see, it's a
Yeah,
JSON
yeah.
only.
Mm-hmm. Fine, fine. So you are then like deserializing it or like
Mm.
how we are.
Okay, and if you want to use that information, what you are supposed to do is you have to go to data operation, just do a pass JSON. Okay, content will be, okay, first I have to copy the content. Sorry, cancel this, go back. Okay. So I'll go to my last run. I'll just, because I am not interested in complete whatever we got the output of this. I'm only interested in the body of it. Okay. And since I have taken the body in the compose, I'll go to compose. I'll look for output. Okay. I'll just copy this. Okay. I will say edit. I'll go here, do a data operation, do a parse JSON. So here you have an option, use sample payload to generate schema. Okay, so first to get the data out of your JSON, what you're going to pass, right? You have to give a schema first. Okay, or you can create it also. But better is to copy that data and create it here directly. This is simplest option. You have to click it here and I will just paste that data, what I have got. Okay, and I will say done. So you can see automatically it has created a schema for that data for me. Okay. And the content from which you want to extract this is basically output of the compose. So I'll just take out of, so either I can give output of the compose now or I can give body of HTTP. Anything is fine because both had same value now. Okay. Just for a simple, to make it simple, I'll just keep it output of a compose. Okay. And now if I do one more compose, okay, you see the parse JSON output, what I am getting. I can get the body, I can get the name. Okay, so I'll just select name for now. So this basically what this parse did is it has basically deserialize all the values from that JSON.
Mhm.
Okay, made
Mhm.
it separate, and now that's why I'm able to see all the variables here. Okay, maybe body name dash. Okay, I'll give something else. Body climate, for example. Okay, and let's say save it. Okay, I'll rename it. Compose is my output. Okay, and this compose I'll rename it as, sorry, this compose I'll rename it as HTTP body. Okay, just for my understanding. Okay, parse JSON. Mhm. Okay, and let me save this flow now. Let me test it. Run flow. Okay, it ran. Now, if I click on here, okay, you will see the complete JSON, right? Like this, the output of this compose. Okay. If I go to parse JSON, it will also show you the body like JSON. Okay. But when I go to compose output, okay, see, I got this as output. So maybe this was the value in the name, and this is the value in the climate. So we got it like this. And then similarly, if you wherever you want to use those variables, right, you can keep on using it in your flow further. Okay. This is of basically API use in Cloudflow we are doing this thing. Okay.
Okay, so
Kiran,
yeah, yeah, Manisha, you can ask. Yeah.
yeah. So Kiran, I'm not bit sure what header does in API forgot. Can you just give me idea?
Header is basically what data you want.
Okay.
Okay.
Uh,
Usually. And see this as this is free API, there is nothing as an input required to it.
hmm.
Okay. But in actual, if you have ever worked on APIs, you
Yeah.
might have seen we give a specific headers, we give a specific content type.
Hmm.
Okay, like application slash JSON or XML you might get, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
These kind of things we do. Again, based on the whatever documentation. So every API will have its own documentation,
Yeah,
right?
correct.
Okay. Based on that documentation, you have to create your endpoint or the
Hmm.
query, basically. Okay. And then run it through. Again,
Okay.
you need access to it, first of all. As this is free, we don't require access. Okay. I tried with Graph API also on this, okay? But Graph API is asking some kind of access which I don't have, I think.
So Kiran, in respective of use case format, I'm just thinking.
Hmm.
So supposedly I have API and
Hmm.
I have to get it for some values or
Hmm.
some kind of inputs.
Hmm.
There will be inputs or will be my 10-20 inputs might be there that I will pass through that API. Means I will
Hmm.
use that HTTP
Hmm.
and then I will compose and I will get the value
Hmm.
in I think JSON string format, and in parse JSON I'm making it distinct. JSON
Okay.
object I'm making it.
Hmm. Hmm.
Am I correct?
Yeah, so basically, parse JSON is used to separate out the values,
Yeah.
what is actually required, because that is a combined value, what you are
Hmm.
getting in the output of this HTTP. So that's why
Hmm.
what we did is to visually get the representation of it, okay, we put the body of HTTP into our compose first, okay, and we saw like the body of HTTP is coming like this.
Hmm.
Now, for example, I am interested in maybe diameter value,
Only diameter
only
value.
diameter value, okay. For this, what I did is I did a parse of it,
Yeah.
okay, and in parse, I have given this body as a schema,
Hmm.
okay. And that's how the output of this I got as a separate value. But here you will not see that, okay, as an output here. But that's why I given compose here as an output. And in this compose, I have given, if you have observed, in the inputs, what I have given is two variables, that is name dash climate, right? So based on that, I got the output of
Okay.
this name dash temperature.
Okay.
And
So
however
this.
you want, you can use it further.
Yeah. So supposedly, means as per use case, I'm thinking there will
Mhm.
be lot of values that I'm providing to call my API and to get this value for each input I'm
Mhm.
providing. So
Mhm.
I have to look through it, and through this compose
Look at,
output,
yeah. Mhm.
I have to write it in my output sheet or somewhere
Correct,
wherever I'm tracking.
correct, correct, correct.
And this output data type will be like normal string.
Normal string.
Okay.
This is a normal string character data.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
And like we are doing this in cloud, right?
This is in cloud.
So same thing we are doing in
We
desktop.
can do in desktop also. Same thing. Okay. I'll show you that now. Okay. Let me stop sharing this screen and then share another screen. Where is that screen? Okay. Can you see my screen?
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
So this is a desktop screen. Okay. In desktop, for HTTP, we have these three options. Okay. Let me just. So invoke web services, invoke SOAP web services. So you might be knowing there are two types of APIs, REST and SOAP. Okay. So for REST, we have this service, and for SOAP, we have this service. Okay. Let me open this action, what I have used, invoke web services. Okay. Same thing in the URL section. I have given the same URL here. Okay. I am doing a get here. We have all the options here, similar to what we saw in cloud. Okay. I am doing a get here. Now it is accepting, actually this API does not use this very values, accept and client content type. But in actual, okay, you might need to verify this information. This I have just tried to make it confused. Okay, like accept this as an input, okay, and give me this as an output. This is what I'm trying to say
Mm-hmm.
here. Okay, ideally this should fail. Okay, if it is a valid or premium kind of APIs, license based API. Okay, but it doesn't fail here. Okay. Now save response. We can save to a disk. Okay. Again, this is not relevant to this API. Okay. But some kind of API where you might be getting some data out as a file or something. Okay. In that way, you need to use this. Okay. Now, in this variable, three types of variable is going to generate. That is, headers is a separate variable, response is same to a body, and status is a status code. Okay, it's the same API what I used in cloud. Okay, let me save this for now and let me just run this. You will see here I have got status code as 200. Okay, these are the, what is this, headers. So what we got as a header in the cloud, right? Same we got as a header here. Okay, and this is the body. Okay. So both works in a similar fashion, cloud as well as desktop. Now you have to basically some APIs. Now we have to, based on use case, you might need to decide whether you should run it through cloud or desktop, whatever is your requirement, basically. Now, based on this, since desktop, I don't want to give you any use case on this. Okay. So let me first. Okay. First of all, do you have any questions on this, or should I go back to cloud?
I just want to understand invoke SOP web service where we can use if somebody asks like
It's a
question.
HTTP request, simple. What we have used as an HTTP connection in cloud, right? So invoke web services is basically a related to API. Okay, same information we have to give what we given in HTTP. Okay, URL and the method.
Okay, and what is the difference with that invoke SOP web service?
It's a type of API. Okay,
API.
it's the same only. Okay, but SOAP API is an old form of APIs.
Okay,
Okay, nowadays no one use SOAP APIs. Okay,
okay,
every time it will be a REST APIs only, but this is also a type of SOAP APIs. Initially, like a few years back, people were using it. Okay, Some of the companies who are using the old systems right now, they might be using this. Okay. Similarly, it will have a what is that endpoint, that is URL. They will give you a custom header. Okay, and
Okay.
the request body.
Okay.
Okay, that's the only difference. And there is one more thing is download from web. So some of the APIs which is only used to download something. Okay. Again, this is also same thing. You will need to provide an URL and then the method. Okay. And save response as how you want to save the responses.
So Kiran, here we don't need to invoke anything directly. We'll provide that URL
By
and
default,
then
invoking that service. That's why it is coming under the HTTP. So in HTTP, we have only three actions here.
okay. Means this download from web where we only want to download, it can
Only
work
download.
individually. We don't have to invoke anything
No,
first.
no, nothing.
Okay, okay.
Invoke is happening automatically in the backend for this request.
Okay. This is a good one. UiPath doesn't have that.
Okay. So we have these three requests for HTTP calls. Other than that, we have send HTTP request to SharePoint and these kind of requests, but this requires a premium access, which I also don't have. Okay. Any other question on desktop?
No, only this. I mean, I didn't understand this download from web one. SOAP one I understood. Web service also understood. This download one I.
Download is basically okay. I so there are certain type of link you might have. Okay,
Okay.
where by clicking on that link, it will not open anything. It will start downloading the thing directly.
Mm-hmm.
For example, right? You are aware of such kind of like, have you seen such kind of scenario, first of all?
I'm not really sure. Like with just clicking
Okay.
it downloads, you're saying, right? Like that.
Just for example, download buttons. In a
Huh?
simple example, okay. When we click on download button of any service, what happens in the backend? Okay, it will that download button will basically throw an API call, okay, to
Okay.
download that particular file or something, image, anything.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Same thing is happening here. Okay,
Okay.
but here you don't need to give the web URL here. It's
Mm-hmm.
basically the endpoint URL where exactly the things are saved. Maybe
Mm-hmm.
Google Drive or some kind of API where the things are already saved. Okay, this kind of URL you will give here. Give the method, okay, and say save to disk with the file name and destination folder you will give here, and that will save
Okay.
and run this command.
Understood. Okay. Okay.
Okay, so this is where the download from web works
Mm-hmm.
in the HTTPs.
Okay. And in UiPath, we are having option like we are basically having two HTTP. One is like for the orchestrator, and one is the normal HTTP. So
Mhm.
here, are we having anything like that? I mean, in Power Automate
Mm,
Cloud
I
for
don't think
orchestrator, one
so.
authentication is not required. Basically, like if we have to do some
Okay,
work like that. So are
not
we
sure.
having? Not sure.
Not
Okay.
sure because
Okay.
I am not much aware of the UI path, so
Mm-hmm.
I cannot directly give you the comparison that this is what is called in Power Automate.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Nice, yeah. Fine. Yeah.
Okay, let me stop sharing and go back to cloud one more time. I will just give you a small use case on this.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, are you able to see my screen?
No. Yeah.
Okay. So what you have to do is basically just create one uh, uh, or do one thing. Uh, mm. Will you be able to create? You have a SharePoint or OneDrive access?
Yeah, OneDrive access in my.
OneDrive we have.
OneDrive you have, right? So
Mm.
try this one use case, okay? So whatever output I'm
SharePoint,
getting,
I yeah,
SharePoint you have.
SharePoint I have.
Anything, SharePoint, OneDrive, anything will work here. Okay. Just create one Excel file on your SharePoint or OneDrive. Okay. And give some columns like name, temperature, something like that. Okay. Whatever values we have here, name, diameter, climate, like this, gravity. Okay. Just give the names there. Okay. And what you do is, so here, let me just edit this, put a input here and say number. Okay. And give this number here. Number. Okay. So now I have, what I did is basically I have given a number here. Okay. And let me save this flow now. Let me test it manually. Test it. Now it will ask me a number like this. Okay. If I put it 1, okay, it should take 1 as an input here and start processing. If I put 2, it will start processing. Okay. Now what you do is, okay, you create on Excel in the SharePoint or OneDrive, okay, and give a this thing headers first. You create Excel, maybe number, then name, climate, and you can take 2, 3 more entities from the body of this, sorry, headers of this body, okay, and just keep on adding the data there in that Excel.
Kiran, means like from Excel will take the input as a number.
No, no, no. You don't need to take the input from Excel.
Okay.
You just need to keep on updating the Excel. Whatever will go as an output of this.
Okay. This number will provide from our end.
This is a manual, huh?
Yeah.
It will be a manual process like this, how I did.
Okay, okay.
So whatever number I'll give here, okay, should work. And here I have not put any kind of exception handler,
Mm-hmm.
but you have to put it.
Okay.
Okay. You will put a try catch block here. Okay. So in case of success, make one status column also in that. Okay. In case of success, okay, you should write success as a status. And in case of failure, okay, you should still go in Excel and write the values. Okay. But in that case, you might have only one value, that is number, not other value, because HTTP would have failed in that case, right? In that case, it should bypass the HTTP and other steps, okay, and just write it to Excel saying failed. The number and the failed. These two things should be added to Excel.
Okay.
Understood?
Yeah.
This will be your use case on this. Okay. Any questions, any doubt on use case?
No, no. We'll try from our side once if we haven't doubt,
Okay.
let me know.
Try it because we have already covered exception handler.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And we have already covered cloud flows. Okay. So I want you to basically, because there are some kind of a tweaks, okay, which I have not taught you till date, okay, which you will encounter here while doing the use case. I want you to explore that, basically that options, and create this use case. I am not going to help in this use case.
Sure, sure, yeah.
Okay, fine. That's it. Okay, so topic wise, we are almost covered with all the topics, what was remaining. The only pending thing is I have to take one interview guidance schedule. Okay. And the use case provided by Manisha, I wanted to basically analyze it and tell you the how you should do it. I think due to license compliances, we might not be able to take that use case, but at least Manisha, since you have to do that, you can try it out. You might have the license in your corporate account.
Kiran, we just need Outlook and Teams. I think we all
But
have
there
it.
was, okay, let me go through that because I
Yeah,
have not gone through that use case, so I cannot commit anything now. Let me just go through that. Once I have the conclusion, maybe we'll take it in the next session.
yeah, yeah.
So
If you have
mostly
anything doubt or any question,
I'll ping
ping
you.
me. I
I'll
will.
ping you directly, okay, one to one,
And
and get those information.
yeah, Kiran, actually, there were something which actually, I mean, one is this AI builder and Dataverse, which we had discussed. Like, if you can take,
Okay, AI.
um,
Let's see if I have anything for this.
one is AI builder and Dataverse. Second is, I mean, though, like in you have shown us this thing, like how we can export and import the packages, right? I
Mhm.
just wanted to know, like, if any error is coming. I mean, theoretically, if you can just give us an answer, like, because in interviews they will ask, like, how
Mhm.
are you supporting the project in the production? How are you checking the errors and how you are, debugging? So if you can just give us a generic answer for that, or you can just show us something, it will be
Mhm.
helpful. Yeah.
Okay, so whenever there is an error, okay,
Hmm.
the first thing what you should do, we cannot rely on the notifications, first of all.
Okay.
Okay, somehow we got to know that there is an error. The first thing what you should do is basically check your Cloudflow, okay, and check your automation, basically logs of the flow. Okay, and logs, there are two kind of logs. If the flow is only cloud, you can just go to Cloudflow, open this flow name and just check here. Okay,
So
you
one
will come
question.
to
So
know.
this is like this is in my flows, right? So if we
Yeah.
are running into the production, then we have to
Mhm.
log in into the production machine, open
Not
power.
required. Not required.
Okay,
Okay, you
access.
just need to.
Hmm.
So in production, usually developers will have a user access,
Hmm. Hmm.
not the admin access. They
Okay.
cannot edit anything. Okay,
Hmm. Hmm.
but they will have an environmental access for prod
Right.
usually.
Right. Hmm.
Okay, so you just need to go to prod first thing. Okay, and then do same thing what I'm doing in dev right now. So
Okay.
in case of prod, how it will happen? It will not be in my flow, first of all. Okay, that flow you might see in a shared with me because you will not be a owner of that flow, right?
Hmm. 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 Hmm.
That flow someone would have imported in the production and shared with you. So you will not see that flows in my flows or cloud flow section. You will be seeing it here in the shared with me section. That's the first thing.
Okay.
In shared with me, similar to this interface, it will be shown up. What you will do is you will go to the flow. Okay, go to the run history. Check the run history. You can see run all. You can see all the history of the flow. At what date it has started, how much time it has ran, okay, and the status of it. Okay, and based on, for example, this is a failed one, right? How I will check? I will just click here. I will check unauthorized. Okay,
Hmm.
so wherever there is a red mark is basically an error.
Hmm.
Okay, now error, when I click here, it will give me all the information here. Like I can see that there is a error code, invalid authentication token, error messages, access token is empty. Okay, and this is other error like inner error request, blah blah blah. So there are many information, and the status code is 401. So other than 200, everything is failed.
Right. Right. Yeah. Hmm.
Okay, so you will be checking this. What is the exact thing? Maybe what is the status code, right? You can check here. Status code 401. 401 means what is that? Unauthorized error.
Hmm.
So something related to the access or the authentication. So you got to know that this has failed because of this.
Okay.
This is how you do a bug finding,
Hmm.
okay, of a Cloudflow. Similar to this, okay, you can do a bug finding of the desktop flow by going into desktop flow runs, which should be available here. Desktop flow runs. Okay, like this you will see. So I can see like 15 November, there was a flow which got succeeded. And 1 month ago, there was a December flow run which got cancelled. And there was this flow for email which got failed. For example,
Mhm.
if you want to see this, okay, you will just click here. Okay, although it will show you the message directly here that authenticate and send has failed basically for this.
Mhm.
Okay, but if you want to see on which line it has failed, okay, okay, it's a time period has expired. Let me show you another flow.
So in share with me, we can only see the cloud flows. We cannot see the desktop flows, right? And it,
Desktop flow will be in the same place.
I didn't understand. Same place as in my flows only it will be there or in the desktop?
In my flows, in desktop flow section only.
Acha,
Whether
acha.
it is a shared, so
Okay.
here you will see the difference only. Owner and shared with me.
So here we cannot check like how we are checking in the cloud.
We can same thing. But no, here you can only see the logs here, last run history
Okay.
for that flow. I currently do not have anything. Yeah,
There is
so
something export was there. So export means what? Logs it is exporting.
where inside
From
this?
previous something we have seen.
Or let's go to this desktop. I'll pin this desktop flow runs. Okay, can go to
Here in the top.
this export. Yeah, export will basically get you the CSV logs of this
Okay, logs of the desktop flow, right?
desktop flow. Yeah,
And
that
below also
particular flow.
logs will be there or like you were saying.
Logs will be there, but I think because I am using this
Time.
non-premium version, right? So it has timed out basically.
Okay, so in my flows, I mean, share with me. In cloud, we can check the input and output data, like where it has failed, but we cannot see that for the business, sorry, desktop one. For the
Yeah,
desktop logs, in order to check, we have to go to this desktop flow.
desktop flow runs and check the steps one by one.
Okay, and there only we can see the history, like in my flows.
Yeah, flow level history, like action level history, will be able to see.
Okay, got it. And then if any issue is coming up, then you
So
are simply exporting it and then doing the
not
changes and
required. Basically, how we will do is we will so consider this as a production, for example.
uh-huh.
Okay, we got to know that due to some selector change, this is getting failed, for example.
Mm.
Access and all, you don't need to change a code. You will just request team to get the access, right? It will be solved
Mhm.
automatically.
Yeah, yeah.
But if there is a select ratio, okay, you will come back to your cloud flow, okay, make the change based on the requirement, right? Whatever selector changes are happening, right, happened. You just change the selector and again do a export and deploy the code.
I mean, is there any option like from production we can export the package?
Production, you don't need to export anything. You already have a latest package in dev, what you have
Yes.
exported.
I mean, if there is a, I mean, for example, like if any trigger changes has happened or any production level changes has happened in the production itself, like
Mhm.
there we did some changes, but okay, lower
No,
environment details will be there in the UAT. So you're saying we'll do the changes there only and then
there only. Yes.
re
Never, never do it in production.
no, no, I was thinking like in what UiPath sometimes what we do is like we export the production package, like we
Huh,
download it and
huh.
we move it to the
Do a
lower environment.
changes. Correct, correct.
The lower
Here it
environment.
is not required
Okay.
because I'll tell you one more thing. I don't know if we have any package here. Hmm. For example, if you do a export of import of any package in production, okay, you see this version number,
Yes.
okay, this number will always be equal to the package what you have in your dev.
There. Mhm. Mm-hmm.
See,
Understood. Yeah.
okay, and make a practice. like if there is no issue in production, and if you still want to do some optimization in your existing code, okay, always copy the code first and do the changes. Don't touch the existing code. That is, I think, we already follow for
Yeah,
all
yeah.
RPA
Mhm.
processes. Okay, we don't touch the latest code running in production. We will create a different set. uh, don't create a solution. Okay, we can go inside a solution, right, in dev, and just create a copy of your existing flow and start working on it.
And
Okay,
then we have to replace that copy in the solution.
yeah. And whenever you do a redeployment of your new package, okay,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
delete your existing code or rename it with some different name if you want to keep it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then you basically, because you have changed it, okay, you might need to change your cloud flow.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, just select a different new flow in that new desktop flow, save your solution and do a one more time export of it, and then import it to production.
I didn't understand. So you're saying, example, if I did the changes in the lower environment in any of the flow,
Mhm.
then if the same flow is there in the solution, I should basically create a copy, do the changes, and delete the previous flow and add it to the solution, and then export the whole solution to production. That is what you're saying?
Export it. Yeah,
So what delete I should do? I didn't understand. Other than
old
deleting.
one,
Okay.
old flow.
Okay, flow delete.
If
Okay.
that is not required, or at least remove it from your solution.
Mm-hmm. Got it. Got
Okay,
it.
you
Yeah.
might don't need to delete actually, okay, if you
Mm.
want to keep a copy of it. But while exporting to production, production should not have unnecessary data.
Yeah.
Okay, production should be clean solution. Whatever it will go from dev to prod, it should be a clean solution.
Okay.
No extra things, no unused things, nothing.
Okay. And here I saw like the status was like test successful and one
Mhm.
was successful. So test successful is like when we are testing it
Testing
while
it.
opening the code and clicking on
Yeah,
test like that.
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
How
And
I
when
did the testing for this, right?
got it.
See here. See, test, because I did from here. If
Hmm.
I run the same code from here, let me give 2 now, run flow, then see, it will say succeeded
Okay.
2 seconds ago. See?
Understood. So we have basically two status. One is
Yeah.
succeed and one is failed, right?
See, succeed, failed, test succeed, and test failed.
Failed. For desktop also, same we have, or
Same, same.
and if you are running something manually, like we are triggering something manually, like we are
In
clicking
the
on,
desktop
yeah, in
or in the
desktop or in, I mean, manually as in play button is there now. Like if we are clicking on that
mm,
to run a
mm,
flow, then what status comes?
same, succeed and this.
Okay.
Only for desktop, when you run from the desktop portal, okay,
Hmm.
nothing will be logged in cloud
Cloud, yeah. Mm-hmm.
until unless you save it and run from outside.
Okay. Okay.
Kiran, I have a question. How
Mhm.
this desktop flows are available in Power Automate Cloud? Means how we are publishing or how we are doing that?
Nothing, just save will publish it.
Can you
Now they
show?
have come up with the, okay, let me just stop sharing this and share the or automate.
Means like in means I am working in UiPath, so we have a concept called attended and unattended.
Mhm.
Uh,
Yeah,
so
same here.
same here, right?
Mhm. Same it will be. So, for example, okay, if I open this flow, okay, it will open a different window, right? Okay, from there, if you run it, nothing will be logged in cloud. Okay, but if I run it from this page, okay, then it will get logged.
From this page, it will log. If
It
I'm
will get
opening
logged
that flow and then running, it will not log.
because that's your development pane basically. Okay.
Okay,
So you
okay.
can do like n number of tests there. For small test, 2-line test, 1-line test, nothing will be logged until unless you run something from here. Because here, running from here means it's basically actually running the code from start.
Okay.
Then only it will get logged.
Okay. And how these flows are available in cloud?
Cloud, see, only names will be available. So Power Automate, how it works is, okay, Power Automate doesn't like UiPath. I know UiPath saves the code on machine,
Hmm.
right?
We have to
But Power
publish it.
publish it and then it will basically create a location in machine and save it. You can find that code in machine, UiPath code, right?
Yeah, means kind of package.
Package you will find zip file package, right?
Yeah.
But in Power Automate, you will never find a package.
Okay.
So every time, whenever there is a run, it downloads it actually, run the code, and revert back.
So my cloud should be connected with my Power Automate.
Yes. It will be connected, then only it will run, or else it will fail.
Okay. There is means when we are creating any flow in desktop, anything we are adding extra layer to be make it available in cloud or no, nothing. Just
Not
it needs
required.
connected. I mean,
Nothing. Nothing is required. You
okay,
have to log in your cloud and desktop with the same credential. That's the only requirement.
okay, okay.
Once you save your flow here, okay, a new flow will be created there. Simple. You don't need to specifically go and publish that. Nowadays, they have given a publish button option, okay, inside the flow, but that will only work in case your package or a code is a part of a solution.
Okay.
For example, now I am creating a flow and doing anything. Okay. Doesn't matter if I don't even publish it. Okay. But if you are actually doing a code for a package of a solution, like you got some solution package and you want to make some code changes in that. Once your code change is finished, you have to publish it. Because until unless you publish it, okay, it will not be a actual part of the code or the cloud part of the code, basically. Although Power Automate has a secondary security on that already given. Okay. If you saw in the solution creation session, okay, if there is some kind of, if you have observed, I do a right click on that and say add all the capacities or add all the dependencies, right? That way, it puts a layer. If there is any dependency missing for that code to export or run it in a different environment, it will make sure that it will throw an error on a development level only to you. Okay. So it will not even allow you to export a package which is incomplete or which will not be able to run in production or a different any different environment.
Okay. And like in cloud, Power Automate cloud, how we are changing, like how you mentioned, we are like editing the flows if
Hmm.
require any changes.
Hmm.
Same way desktop will happen, means if we
Yes,
are
same,
okay, okay.
same.
And Kiran, one more thing, it's for
Hmm.
testing, like when we are doing a normal unit testing kind of thing.
Hmm.
Suppose say our desktop flow or desktop flow only, we have different subflows, and we
Hmm.
are invoking that in our main flow.
Hmm.
So we want to test only that subflow. So how we can do means like the last project what we are doing, I'm
Hmm.
every time I'm going to main flow running it and doing it.
No, so if you want to run any specific flow and if it is a part of a loop, it will
Hmm.
not run, first of all.
Okay.
How we usually do is for any kind of testing scenarios, we'll create a separate subflow, one more subflow, and only copy those line which we wanted to test
Okay.
and put it into that subflow, run it thoroughly. Once everything is done, we will revert back those to the original location by just copy pasting. Normal copy pasting will work.
Means like a draft flow will create, have the data, run it or test it, then
Yeah,
we add, if it is working fine, then we'll add
yeah,
it in our
revert back.
working
Yes,
flow.
yes, yes.
Okay, okay.
So there is no, I mean, if we, for example, if we created some flow in the cloud and we just want to run it till some part, so
Mhm.
we can't we comment out or something like that?
We can put a breakpoint. We cannot skip the code.
Okay, okay.
So if the condition is we want to run till this point, I can do that, no problem.
Hmm.
But if you say like I wanted to skip this 4 line and then from fifth line it should start. Like
Mm-hmm.
1 to 5 it should come and then
Hmm.
it should skip 5 to 8 and then
Hmm.
start from 9. It will
Hmm.
not happen
Ah.
automatically. In that case, you might need to disable your 4 5 lines first.
Mm-hmm.
Then it can happen. Without disabling, it will not happen.
And how in desktop we are having run next action here? Are we having that?
In cloud, we don't have.
We don't have now. That is the thing. Actually, I tried in my laptop and I wanted to runs like 4 5 actions only and not other things.
No,
It was not
that will
possible.
not work. Yeah. In cloud, we don't have that capacity now to break the code in between.
So for that, what you said, like we have to create a draft code and run and like.
Separate, huh? Separate, create that 2 3 line of code separately. Just copy paste from here. Okay. Test it
Mm-hmm.
thoroughly and then replace your code.
Ideally, they should give. I mean,
Yeah,
it's
cloud, it is still missing. I,
yeah.
I, I agree on that. And there is, I think they are already working on that product design.
Okay, okay, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
So it might come in future. You might see sooner
okay,
better.
okay.
Yeah.
That's it. That's from my side. So yeah, like once, I mean, maybe next session or once you're available, that Dataverse part, Dataverse and this, what I said, I forgot. AI Builder. So if you can just
Yeah.
take a session on that, it will be helpful.
Yes, yes, yes.
And I have shared interview questions I saw on LinkedIn.
Hmm.
I've shared it, but I think those are for on-prem machines. So we'll
Yeah,
check
okay.
on Google, like, but if you know something about it, like, you could just WhatsApp or we'll check accordingly.
Yeah, you can text me, okay, whatever
Sure, sure.
queries you have. Okay,
Okay,
don't
okay,
worry
okay.
on that.
Yeah,
Mostly, next session will be officially the last session.
okay.
Okay. So I will be covering AI Builder, Dataverse, okay, plus the interview thing,
Sure, sure. Yeah.
which is the okay. So
Mm-hmm.
officially it will be end of this sessions, and other than that, Ankush has asked me to basically take the use case session after that. Okay, that will be once all of you guys will finish all the use cases which I have given. Okay, that time you might need to inform me, and then we'll be having one session on basically queries on the use case and maybe the specific doubt what you might have.
Okay, okay.
Kiran, like we want means I'm not telling the use case I have given or anything.
Hmm.
One use case we want to do it in a class, like end to
Hmm.
end, so that what will happen, like we'll understand the framework or understand the template or how to handle and all with your guidance.
Okay, that should be fine. We
Means
can.
we'll understand like how to handle or what are the prerequisite and like skeleton wise how we will check, I'll do like that.
Okay, that should be fine.
And
Absolutely.
I'm just requesting like once we complete, we should have some doubt clearing classes.
Yeah, yeah, doubt clearing, that's what. So same thing, but I am expecting use cases to be completed. Okay,
Yeah.
so that we can combine those sessions and take that. So that will be fully dedicated to doubts clearing plus the basically I will see how much you have basically understood from the course, right? How you are able to catch up the things and how you are able to code the things. Logic doesn't matter for me, okay, because everybody will have its own way of thinking. So thing is, your task should run, okay. If I told you to go from A to B, okay, it should go from A to B. I'm not interested in how you go there, okay. So that will
Okay.
be the approach.
And that use case what I have sent, you just check on if any
Yeah,
question you can ask
that
me.
I'll mostly will have a next session tomorrow itself. Okay, let's finish it off. Okay.
Yeah. There are different layers to it. Like
Mm.
whichever thing we can, two, three things are there. Whichever thing we can complete, it will be good. And it is completely on cloud.
Okay, okay. No problem. I think we can take it.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, guys. Fine. Thank you so much. Okay, if you have any specific doubt, you can ping me in the group or directly also you can ping. No worries. Okay, and we'll see you
Thank you.
tomorrow.
Yeah.
Okay, time I will not confirm yet. Uh, but I can confirm by tomorrow, maybe afternoon. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. Thank you so much. See you tomorrow.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you all.